All right, meantime, a new UN report has found Israeli security forces responsible for committing crimes against humanity in killing nearly 200 Palestinians in Gaza last year, along with injuring more than 6,000 others. The independent panel of investigators cite that they had information on those directly responsible for the killings, including snipers, commanders, and the like. Now, Israel has responded, calling this theater of the absurd. Joining us now to discuss, former UK MP George Galloway. All right, George, let's take a listen to just some of these findings.
We found that 189 Palestinians were killed, 183 of them with live ammunition, and this included children, people with disabilities, journalists and paramedics. We also found that 6,106 people were injured.
George, are you the least bit surprised by this report?
No, I'm not, but it is a double blow for the Israeli government. As you say, Mr. Netanyahu has now been charged. Say what you like about Israel, and I often do. They don't tolerate corruption in their political system. Several now prime ministers, presidents have gone to prison, literally behind bars, for similar charges. And Netanyahu is now in a very dark place with this indictment against him. And this comes on the heels of United Nations finding, which could have the people responsible for these crimes against humanity, these war crimes, also prosecuted on the international stage. So those cheerleaders for Israel at the fence on Fridays are looking a little wan and pale today, because when you read the indictment, it is utterly damning. These are snipers with telescopic sights. We're not talking about a farmer discharging a double-barreled shotgun. We are talking about trained professional killers, killing children, killing nurses, paramedics, and journalists, all of them clearly delineated on their vests as to their professions.
And George, Foreign Minister Israel Katz, he called it, quote, another hostile, mendacious, and slanted report against the state of Israel. And he also went on to say that security forces were obliged to defend its citizens and its borders from violent attacks. If such is the case, doesn't he have a point here?
No, because they were in Gaza, the people who were shot down dead. These little children were not a threat to Israel in any way, shape or form. These paramedics were there to bring life-giving, life-saving assistance to the people being shot by these snipers. These journalists were there to bring pictures and words from the scene. They were all in Gaza. None of them were at even the fence, a fence which has no meaning in any case in international law.
Right.
None of these people were armed. They were all unarmed civilians.
And I think it's very important to highlight that fact that, as you said, they were shot dead and fell dead on the Gaza side. They were not in Israel territory. Now, George, if these are deemed war crimes, what next? Does this, I don't know, get taken up at The Hague? What happens?
Well, it could and should be taken up at The Hague. That's what the International Criminal Court is supposed to do. And if they will not turn up at The Hague to be prosecuted, then sanctions need to be taken against Israel, as would be taken against any other country spitting in the face of the United Nations. Moreover, I've no idea how Israel can continue to be treated as a normal member of the United Nations when resolutions condemning its conduct and actions are almost without number. But Israel, which came into being as a result of the United Nations resolution and the partition of 1948, continues to act with absolute impunity. And not only is it not sanctioned, it's rewarded. They're having the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
It's not even in Europe, but they're having the Eurovision Song Contest there. They play in the European Football Championships there. Israel is rewarded for its behaviour, not punished for it.
And, George,
as long as that goes on, they'll act with impunity.
George, real quickly, in a few words, I got to ask you about Brexit. Theresa May, back to her original stance, delivering Brexit on time, she says. Why the flip-flop?
I feel that her vote may go through, her deal may go through. The people who blocked it last time will enthusiastically support it next time. And there might be a few changes of verbiage, but there'll be no change in substance, because everyone's looked over the cliff and said, well, it's that or no Brexit.
All right, we got to leave it right there. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with us today, George Galloway.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.